Hello and welcome to Round Glass. I'm Greta Hill and I am so happy to be here with you. Thanks for joining me for my series on meditating with the 8 phases of the moon. The intention of this series is to help you feel connected to the magic of the moon and to allow all of the phases of the moon to be your guide on the journey of self-discovery and transformation and really co-creating your life. So today we'll learn about the 4th phase, which is called the waxing gibbous moon, and do a meditation to increase the energy of abundance in our lives. The waxing gibbous is the last phase before the full moon. And as we bask in the growing beauty of the moonlight, this is the time to get connected to the energy of prosperity and abundance and synergy. One of the fastest ways to bring more abundance into our lives is to just pause and notice and appreciate what we already have, what's already there. So before we begin this meditation together, I would really love to know, in what ways do you experience the energy of abundance in your life? So please let me know in the chat, because as we each share how we already feel abundant, we start to generate a field of blessing energy that brings even more of that which we're grateful for. And the truth is that sometimes it's really common to feel lack, like a sense of lack or scarcity, or even an unworthiness, and that gets in our way of our ability to really tap into abundance. It might seem like abundance or prosperity is something that has been reserved for other people, but meditation can shift our mindset to help us perceive the blessings and the abundance that are already all around us. So one of the important things is to be able to generate a positive feeling, and because there's this idea that like attracts like. And so as we generate feelings of gratitude, expansive energy like gratitude and joy, we generate and attract even more of that. And so we're gonna kind of use generosity and gratitude as a salve for that feeling of scarcity or lack or unworthiness. One of the ways that we can also really tune into abundance is by noticing the way that nature is so abundant. Everywhere in nature, I mean, things are growing all of the time, and you can imagine like the springtime where all of the trees blossom with flowers, or imagine a lush rainforest, or all of the fruits, all of the vegetables that grow to nourish us. Nature is so generous and so giving, and abundance flows from nature. And so we can really tune into that. And in this way, abundance becomes more of an orientation towards life instead of a destination. But before we get settled in for this practice, I'd love to see what you shared in the chat, or really like how you are experiencing the energy of abundance. Relationships, great, right? Nature, yes, right? Love, an abundance of love, right? Creativity, feeling supported when in need. That's really beautiful, like to have an abundance of support, like a support system. All right, so let's get settled in together for this practice to really tune in to the energy of abundance. As we settle in for our journey today, we will work with the breath and gratitude, and then a Sanskrit mantra for generating abundance. And I personally have had some very powerful experiences with this mantra. I've witnessed the many forms of prosperity that it truly can bring. If any questions come up for you in this practice, then please ask them in the chat, and we'll have a few minutes to talk about them and answer them after our meditation together. So let's go ahead and get settled in. You want to sit in a comfortable position, if possible. Cross-legged position is a great thing to do, up on some blankets or a bolster or a meditation cushion. Maybe you have a pile of blankets you can sit on. Okay. And if you can't sit cross-legged, it's no problem. You're welcome to sit in a chair. And you can also even lie down as long as you're able to stay awake. It's most important that you're at ease, that you're comfortable in your body, and ready to create an open, receptive, expansive inner nature. Okay, try to draw the lower part of your spine in and up, so there's a natural lift of energy through the whole of your spine. We want to create an inner radiance to the inner body, so that as we sit, we have space all the way through our torso, And we just feel open and receptive, upright but not rigid. You might roll your shoulders a couple of times, back and front, or maybe one at a time, just kind of moving through any tensions or anything that may have accumulated. And then as you're ready, okay, we're going to bring our hands together to a sacred gesture, a mudra called Padma Mudra. Padma is a Sanskrit word for lotus. And to do this mudra, you bring the pinkies together and then the thumb side of your hand together and blossom open the remaining fingers. And there are many metaphorical meanings of the lotus, and it's one of the great symbols of our spiritual journey. But one meaning of the lotus flower, or one interpretation, is it's a symbol of beauty and of abundance. It is like the innermost flowering of our own heart center. So just for a moment, we'll hold our hands in front of the heart, this open, receptive, and beautiful gesture of the lotus flower. And a beautiful practice that one of my teachers taught me is now to take that feeling of gratitude, feeling of abundance that you already have noticed in your life, whatever it is in your own heart, and then we offer it out to others. So from Padma Mudra, you can circle your wrists a couple of times like this, just generating blessing energy from your own heart and offering it out. Because true abundance is really only an abundance that can be shared with others. So we offer from our hearts in this way. Take one more little spin of your wrists, offering out from your heart. And then bring your hands to rest in your lap. And let's take the palms of the hands up tonight to be more open and receptive. You can bring the first finger and thumb together if you wish. And as you're ready, please close your eyes to the degree of your comfort. Notice the natural flow of your breath and start to scan your body. You might notice a gentle rocking through your spine, which is perfectly fine. And let your belly stay very soft, relaxed. Notice if there are any places in your body that you're holding tension, where any stress has accumulated. Tension and stress create a sense of contraction. And our hope in this practice is to generate a feeling of expansion, a feeling of potential and possibility. So allow your breath to move through your body, just gently touching any of those places of tension and allowing them to softly open up. And as you breathe, you can visualize your breath as a radiant kind of gold and pink color. Particles of light moving through your body with each breath. Particles of healing grace that just touch any places of discomfort, any places of pain or tension, any places where we feel contracted, constricted. And continue to breathe with ease as you let this radiant golden pink light move through your body with each breath. Every breath, creating a feeling of regeneration inside. And on the exhalations, just moving out tension, moving out any of those feelings of scarcity or lack. Allow your breath to move out any sense of unworthiness so that you can connect with your true nature, which is intrinsically valuable and absolutely worthy and deserving of total abundance in every possible way. Keep allowing each gentle breath to bring grace, healing, softness, and space to your inner body. And as we release some of our tensions, we open to this flow of breath, we'll begin to generate even more of that feeling of gratitude. Eckhart Tolle says that really acknowledging all of the good that you already have in your life is the foundation for true abundance. So we begin by acknowledging, as you rest into this flow of breath, it's swirling these particles of light and radiance through your body. What are you truly grateful for? What can you appreciate right now about yourself, about your life? Be specific. Specificity increases the feeling of appreciation. And appreciation, and gratitude, is an expansive, open energy that sets us up to attract abundance. Maybe notice something about your physical body that you can offer appreciation for. Even the ability to be here meditating together. Keep naming for yourself all that you are grateful for in this moment. And when we're really in that feeling of gratitude, it feels like this uprising energy, right? Like the waxing gibbous moon, like the fullness, right? The abundance, right? It rises up and it swells right in the heart space. Stay with this feeling of gratitude, even as you let the different images dissolve. Notice the feeling inside your own heart. We will begin to recite internally a Sanskrit mantra, adding the Sanskrit syllables to this feeling of gratitude that we are generating inside. The mantra is Om Shreem Om. Oh, excuse me. The mantra today will be Om Hreem Shreem. Om is the primordial sacred sound of the universe, of all that is. Hreem is a mantra connected to the energy of creativity and manifestation. Shreem is the energy of abundance, of prosperity, blessing energy, generosity, love, and beauty. Om Hreem Shreem. Inhaling Om Hreem and exhaling Shreem. And as you inhale, draw the mantra in right into your heart. Om Hreem. And exhale Shreem as it radiates out and all around you in all directions. Om Hreem. Softly opening up through the heart space. Shreem. Resonating within and extending all the way out. Continue to repeat this mantra internally as you stay in the flow of your breath, allowing the inhalation to bring in Om Hreem and the exhalation Shreem. As you continue to breathe with this mantra, there's no grasping, no strong effort required. Let yourself be at ease. Feel the energy of your heart space with each repetition. Om Hreem, right into the heart. Shreem as the heart energy expands and resonates and radiates out. As other thoughts arise, it's no problem at all. Just guide your attention back to these three sacred syllables. Om Hreem Shreem. The sound of the universe, of creativity, manifestation, abundance, and auspiciousness. Om Hreem Shreem. With every repetition of the mantra, we allow ourselves to open up, to be fully receptive in our total worthiness to generate, perceive, and receive abundance and blessing energy. Om Hreem Shreem. Soften your belly and stay with the flow of breath, with the flow of mantra. Feel the energy of your heart expansive, wide open. Hreem, Shreem. Can allow the syllables to fade away as you stay in the heart space. Stay in the vibration of the mantra, even as you allow the repetition to soften and release. Breathe with the feeling of gratitude, the feeling of appreciation for all of the ways that you are already blessed. You can place your left hand right on your heart center and take your right hand on top of that. So you breathe and connect with this sacred center, full of gratitude, willing and able to open and receive all of the blessings in your life, to be the generator of even more goodness and abundance. Take 3 more deep breaths right like this with your hands on your heart. And then very slowly release your hands to your lap. We'll begin to bring our awareness back. Start by just softly opening up your eyes and look at the space that you're in, and notice the space that you're in. And is there anything in the space that actually connects you with that feeling of abundance? Maybe a flower or a plant, maybe a loved one or a pet, maybe just a warm shelter over your head. You really notice that feeling of abundance. And then as you're ready, you can bring your attention back to our shared space together. So please take just a few moments to reflect on this experience and what it was like for you. The gibbous moon, one of the names for one of the meanings of gibbous is actually the hump, and the imagery is like that of a pregnant belly, like totally full of potential, full of possibility, abundant. And when we focus on our inner potential for goodness and for joy and generosity, we become the generators of blessing energy. Abundance arises from this inner feeling rather than just what we attain on the outside. And so if any questions came up for you during this practice, please feel free to put them into the chat now. We can take a minute to see them. And while we're waiting for some questions, I want to just offer a practice for growth work this week if you wish to take this practice off of the mat. To really generate abundance, it starts with gratitude. So every single day, notice 3 blessings or 3 ways that you are abundant. Even on the tough days, that's the practice. Even on the tough days, really look around and notice 3 ways you're feeling abundant. And I would suggest writing them down and just kind of keeping track. Oh, here is a question coming in. How often do I recommend we practice with mantra to begin seeing more abundance in our lives? Well, I think that the mantra practice is a beautiful practice because it's these seed sounds, a bija mantra, which we did is a seed mantra. The seed holds so much potential. It's like how the acorn holds the oak tree. So the seed or the bija holds all of this power for us to reconnect with our creativity, the power of manifestation and prosperity and abundance. Om Hrim Shrim. I think daily practice, of course, is optimal, but if that's not possible, even just a few times a week. And more than anything, to start to see abundance in your life, I think it's just a little shift of our perspective and we start to notice it and where it already exists. Can I practice this meditation to seek abundance in a specific area of lack in my life? Well, I would say yes. And instead of focusing on the area of lack, think about what would that area, how would abundance in that area feel? Like what would it look like? How would it feel? And focus on that feeling. Start to generate the feeling because again, like attracts like. And so if we can generate a feeling of abundance inside, we'll start to see it more around us. And of course, the mantra is just one of the ways of focusing the mind, keeping the mind in a sort of a positive rhythm to help generate more of that positive energy. Can I talk more about the mudra? Sure. Well, mudras are sacred seals of energy, sacred hand gestures, and not all hand gestures, but majority of mudras are with the hands. And I also like to think of a mudra as like an outer symbol or an outer reflection of an inner intention. And so this particular mudra, Padma, the lotus, it's a symbol of purity. It's a symbol of compassion. It's a symbol of many things, but it's connected with the lotus of Lakshmi, which is the total energy of prosperity and abundance. And so I like to hold my hands like this. And then like we did, you can spin it a few times. It's like generating the energy of your heart and then offering it out to others. All right, here's a question. Do the moon phases affect our mindset or mood? Well, many people believe yes, and I am one of those people, but the moon affects the tides, and we know this. This is, scientific fact. And our bodies, like the tides, like the oceans, have such a high water content that the idea, the teaching is that, yeah, we're really affected by the moon. And the more that you can track the moon in the night sky and notice how your own energy levels are on those days, you'll start to see this correlation. And so the answer is yes. And that, there's times in the cycle for rest because we have lower energy. There are times in the cycle for total celebration because we have more energy. That corresponds with the dark moon and the full moon. And absolutely, we're definitely connected. All right, so thank you all so much for just sharing the sacred time together, and please continue to explore and deepen your meditation practice with us. Check out our daily live meditations at round.glass or over on the app. And I hope to see you next week when we'll learn about the next phase of the moon. All right, so thank you so much and happy moon gazing.